Great. Welcome to what have we just read on Monday, the 3rd of July, and with Nadia, Mike, and with the jingle, and unfortunately with no Malcolm or Dan or anyone who's wise to really tell us what we're doing. It is Thomas the Apostle Day, or Doubting Thomas.
And that's why the readings are different today, because last week we had Nehemiah for the first reading and then Romans, and it will be the same starting from tomorrow, but today it's different readings because of Thomas the Apostle.
And do you get, I have to say, this is where I really do need Malcolm or Dan or someone, because I'm not quite clear of the connection. Why would we be reading 2 Samuel 15? Any ideas?
Yeah, because I thought that it quite connects with the second reading, because in the first reading we have King David and this Ittai the Gittite, who's following him and who says that, yes, I will follow you whether for death or for life. And then in the second reading in St. John's Gospel, that's what Thomas says, so he's ready to follow Jesus and to go die, so I think it's
okay.
It links.
Right, it's about sort of following the king through life or through death. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's true. It's very much about following the king.
And then Jesus also comes from the house of David, and anyways, the king.
Right, of course. Yeah, the heritage. Yeah, as you say, the last name, whether for death or for life, there also your servant will be. Yeah, that's great. Great observation. Excellent.
Yeah, and then the last words of Thomas in this passage we had is also, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." So.
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it? He was there witnessing the resurrection of Lazarus, and that Lazarus passage is very interesting, isn't it? And it's very interesting how Jesus doesn't rush back to raise Lazarus from the dead. And I've always thought that's fascinating. He actually specifically delays.
Yeah.
I've often wondered about that, just to sort of make us understand that in fact Lazarus really was dead. And in one of the versions of this, Lazarus is not only dead, but there's a bit of a smell as well.
In the few further chapters of John, when Jesus finally comes, and then Martha or Mary says, "Don't go in there because it's been
smelly."
But then
I always rather like that human touch
to make it more convincing. Yeah.
But it is great that it's really that Thomas has mentioned here actually has sort of gone and said, let's all go back and witness what's going to happen, right? But always it's interesting, let us also go that we may die with him. That's actually really interesting, that very last line.
Yeah, I just wonder who he refers to actually. Is it to die with him meaning Lazarus or meaning Jesus? That's
because we're talking about resurrection from the dead, and there Thomas saying, let's go with him to die with him. We'd have thought you might say to see him resurrected from the dead.
Yeah, because later Thomas features in chapter 20, probably, in also in John, in the resurrection of Jesus, because when Jesus is raised from the dead, and then he comes to see the disciples, and Thomas is not there, and then he doesn't believe them that they saw Jesus resurrected, and then Jesus comes again, and then Thomas again says, I want to see the marks,
and put his finger in the kind of the hole where the nails were.
But then it all ends with him actually believing and saying, "My Lord and my God." So it's a very.
And it is interesting, of course, because he appeals to the doubter in all of us, which is because it's such a human story. We all doubt, and he's the one who sort of represents that. And also, I just discovered actually, I did have a quick second, just to Google Thomas the Apostle. He's actually the patron saint of architects. I have no idea particularly why, but I did just.
Why? There must be some reason, I think.
Yeah, there was his section. Maybe I could remember what he did during his life, or linked with the way he died.
Maybe the way architects doubt. I don't know.
Or maybe the architects doubt. Yeah, that's interesting.
I don't know.
Great. Anyway, okay, very good.
Yeah, and by the way, I just thought of it. We had, Malcolm is not here unfortunately, but a few months ago there was as usual, a great sermon on this passage that we had today about Lazarus and about and it's also on his blog. So
okay. There we go.
There's a very
and it's an interesting family because there are three of them, aren't there? So there's a brother and two sisters, Lazarus, Mary, and Martha, who are actually good friends. Jesus, and of course we've had that story probably before, not certain, about Mary and Martha and preparing the food. And one is preparing the food, and the other one's listening to Jesus, and he's saying, "You won't have me forever." It's important to listen when there's a sort of a sisterly feud about, "Hey, come and help me in the kitchen." It's a very interesting story. Yeah, they're good friends of Jesus's. Great. Okay, good. Have a great Monday, and we'll all be back tomorrow.
Or some other day.
Great. Okay.
Goodbye.
See you. Bye.